Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Sri Giri Govardhan ki, Kartik Month ki, Giriraj Govardhan ki, Jai Gositanath Mandir.
Giriraj Govardhana ki jai. So first, offer some prayers to my teachers, begging for blessings to speak on Govardhana Puja. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gunanjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagna Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Scha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhi Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Just a quick announcement I forgot to mention. For those with children that are a little restless vocally or physically, you don't need to ask them to stop. You can go downstairs and they can actually take part of the feast. Chaitanya Dev just walked in, he's our new cook. He'll be happy to make a plate for your kids if they're needing. And also if everyone's cell phones could be on off, or at least silent mode or airplane mode, that way your eyes aren't going to a screen, kind of honoring the sacred space and modality of the temple room. But yeah, so those with children, if they're a little restless, you can hear the class downstairs and you can get a plate of prasadam for them. The cooks will be happy to make a plate. Hare Krishna.
And if anybody calls you during Hari Katha, it's Yamaraj himself calling, so don't answer it. So I beg the blessings of the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis that I may be able to speak something about Govardhana Puja. Govardhana Puja is such an amazing festival. It's quite unique in theology, any type of religious festival. It's quite amazing to think that we're all here together and we're going to meditate on a hill, circumambulate a hill. We're offering food to a hill. And so what does this all mean? Why are we doing this? It's very deep. And this festival is a festival of protection, a festival of surrender. That is the very essence of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is what we do here. In Bhakti Yoga, if you have to give the essence of what it means to have faith, unflinching faith in that which is sublime. And that's the problem of this world right now. When we think about the problems of the world, homelessness, war, famine, disease, all types of things that are happening in this world, ultimately it's because we're taking shelter of something temporary. We're not taking shelter of something sublime. If we're actually living in faith, surrender, knowing that we're going to have protection, the problems of homelessness, the problems, famine, disease, war, by themselves it will actually correct themselves. So we're going to speak about what it means to actually take shelter and why Krishna performs this pastime to show us that he's always going to protect us. That's the essence of this festival, protection and surrender. And there's all types of amazing little details of spiritual life that's packed into this one Leela. Right? It says that Krishna is able to perform so many types of instructions and give instructions through one pastime. So it's very, very deep to enter into. So all of us, we can close our eyes and meditate on Govardhana Hill. If you've been to Govardhana Hill, you can transport yourself by your mind to Govardhana Hill. We'll momentarily leave Denver. We'll travel to Vrindavan, and we'll pick up at Govardhana Hill, where Krishna is seeing his father, Nanda Maharaj. And we see Krishna on the altar. Baharpadam Natavada Vapu, peacock feather in his hair, and he's dressed as the best dancer, Natavada Vapu. If anybody asks you, what does God look like? He's dressed as the best dancer. Natavada Vapu. Kanaya Kanakara. Behind his ears he has flowers, and he's dressed with a beautiful golden dhoti. Right? Kanaka Kapishad, Bibrad, Kanaka Kapisham, Vaijayantam Chamalam. Beautiful forest flower garland. Randran Vainor Adhara. He's holding his flute, and he's playing his flute amongst the cowherd boys. And you see the backdrop is actually Govardhana Hill. So beautiful Krishna, dressed as the most beautiful dancer, and he sees his father, Nanda Maharaj. What does Nanda Maharaj look like? He's dressed in beautiful green clothes, and he's got a beard that has pepper on it. Right? Pepper, white whiskers. Getting older, you get silver in your beard. Krishna sees his father, Nanda Maharaj, engaging in a sacrifice. Now, sacrifice is spoken about in Bhagavad Gita, in the 3rd chapter. What is sacrifice? Sacrifice isn't just a religious function. And if we look at the Vedas, the earlier Vedas, like Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, it gives very elaborate rituals for one to do. Chanting different mantras. You have to properly pronounce the Sanskrit, otherwise you'll get a very disastrous effect, as we see in Srimad Bhagavatam. But it's not just a religious function. Sacrifice is a way to show your gratitude. And that's the first step in really entering into spiritual life, is gratitude. And it's as simple as that, gratitude. And we all know what gratitude feels like. And we all know why we should give gratitude to others for helping us, right? All of us know what it's like to be loved in one way or another. And we're seeking for that love. And we want to give back that love. That's gratitude. So gratitude is the door in which we walk through to enter into spiritual life. And so sacrifice, elaborate rituals where one is going to put ghee into fire, grains into fire. You're taking that which you hold dear and you're sacrificing for somebody else. Sacrifice. Yajna. So he sees his father engaged in a yajna, in a sacrifice. And he's young boy at this age, God playing the role of a young boy. It's very bewildering to even the greatest sages find it difficult to understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the absolute truth, the rishis, the sages, all the great personalities in the world are meditating upon, and he's playing as a little boy to experience love and deep gratitude. So he asks his father, "Father, what are you doing? I see you're engaged in some type of sacrifice. Please, tell me, what type of sacrifice is this? Is it local? Is it like a tradition? Is it actually given in the scriptures? Please tell me. Nothing should be kept from one who's a family member." Krishna says something very beautiful. He says, a friend is considered like a family member, and no secret should be held from them. But one who's neutral can be treated like an enemy. Don't give them any secrets. He says the great sages, they don't see any difference between family members and this. So please tell me, what is this sacrifice all about? And Krishna says something that we should all meditate on for today. He says that some people perform sacrifices or works in this world knowing why they're doing it. They understand the reason why they're doing it. So, for us, thank you, Prabhu, engaging in Govardhana Puja, why are we here? Is it because it's a tradition? We bring our kids and we don't really tell them what's going on. It's just a tradition that we show up because the newsletter sent out that we're going to have Govardhan Leela function, Govardhana Puja. For us who've been year after year meditating on Govardhana Puja, why are we doing what we do? And so Krishna makes this point very deep. Think about this point in every aspect of your life. He says if one actually understands why they're doing something, then they'll get the result. So in our practice, what is our goal in spiritual life? If we don't have a proper goal, whatever we might do function-wise and practice-wise, we're not going to reach that goal. So Krishna makes a very important point. Know why you're doing what you're doing. And Nanda Maharaj, he responds. Krishna's father says that this is a very old tradition. We've been doing this year after year. Krishna's seen this going on year after year. But he's playing the role of a little child to bring out the love of his father and the other residents of Vrindavan. Nanda Maharaj says, it's a very old tradition. And we're doing it because Indra is the king of the heavens. He brings the rain. Indra, he brings the rain, the wind. By bringing the rain, vegetables, grains, cows, everything flourishes. So we want to show our gratitude to Indra, Lord Indra, the king of heaven. For those who might not know the cosmology of Srimad Bhagavatam, the planet Earth that we're on is considered the middle planetary system. And above us is the heavenly planets. Not the spiritual world, but heavenly planets, where if you perform karma properly, you live a good life, then you can go and enjoy heavenly pleasures. And then there's even planets above that where great rishis and yogis, and eventually you get to the top where Lord Brahma, the creator, is. But then, piercing through this material universe, you enter the spiritual world. Goloka Vrindavan. So, Indra, he brings the rains. Everything grows. And to think, I was searching the other day. I don't know if anybody else has done this. But I was Googling, can we create water? Can scientists create water? Because every other day we're hearing about what scientists can do, right? And things are getting quite weird in what scientists can do and what they're doing. So they cannot create water. So just to put your minds at rest, can we create our own water? No, we actually can't create water. The scientists can't even create a blade of grass from nothing. So we depend on Indra, we depend on nature for rain, for food, for comforts in this world. Jai Shishi Gaura Nitai Ki Jai. Jai Shishi Radha Govinda Deva Ki Jai. Jai Shishi Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki Jai. We enter separation from the deities. Krishna. So the demigods, this is the function of sacrifices, to show gratitude to them that's providing sunlight, providing moonlight, providing the rain, providing the wind, providing the food of this earth. And Bhagavad Gita chapter 3 goes into descriptions of proper sacrifice brings rains, which brings food. This is the circle of sacrifice, the circle of gratitude. But at this point in time, Indra, who's the king of the heavens, he's become a little proud. And Krishna does not like when his devotees become proud. Why? Because then we lose all gratitude. We lose all humility. So, speaking about protection, Krishna wanted to protect Indra. At this point in time, Indra was thinking that he's the supreme controller. And this is why we're all here in this material world trying to be supreme controllers. So, Krishna states something very powerful to Nanda Maharaj, his father. Says, actually, work. We should be worshipping our work. We shouldn't be worshipping Indra. And he starts speaking something called karmavad. That karma, activity, karma, that which gives and takes away, right? Karma creates these bodies. Karma creates everything in this world, so we should actually worship karma. Right? What if somebody told you that you should actually be worshiping your job rather than worshiping God? Why? Because you go to work, you get money. By getting money, then you're able to spend that money on food and all the things that you want, and you're able to enjoy this world. So you should worship your work, and you're connected to your work as the doer. This is essentially what Krishna was saying, is that you should worship your work. Right? The Brahmanas, they're the teachers of society. They're supposed to be saintly and pure. The Kshatriyas, the administrative class, they're supposed to protect. Right? Kshatriya, warrior, literally means to protect. Vaishya, those who engage in banking, those who engage in cow protection, agriculture. And then the Sudras, those who serve the higher castes. Krishna starts speaking about the Varnashram system. And he says we're Vaishyas. We protect the cows. We grow food. We're involved in agriculture. And so actually, what we should do is we should worship Govardhan Hill. Govardhan, what does Govardhan mean? Cows, go, and Vardhana, that which increases cows. That which gives flourish to the cows. Why? Govardhan Hill. It's filled with all types of special grass that give special types of milk. When the cows eat grass, they produce milk. So the best grasses are found on Govardhan Hill. There's all types of beautiful streams that when they're splashing, it creates a beautiful moistness in the air that cools one down. There's caves that give protection. Govardhan Hill is actually Haridasa Varya, the best servant of Hari, the best servant of Krishna, because it's giving Krishna and Balaram all types of pleasure, including the cows, especially Govardhan. So Krishna says we should worship Govardhan Hill. We're Vaishyas. Actually, what is so good about Indra? Right? If he brings the rain, why does he make it rain in the ocean? Why not make it rain on the land? And we see so many areas of the world where there's droughts, right? Sacrifices aren't being performed, there's no rainfall. What's going to happen? But Krishna here, he's speaking words. Don't worship Indra. Don't worship the Devatas. Worship your work. Your work is actually what really gives us pleasure. And worship Govardhan Hill, because Govardhan Hill is giving us all comforts in Vrindavan. We don't live in the cities or villages, we actually like the forests. Right? Forests are mode of goodness. Anybody who lives in Colorado, we take shelter of the forests and the mountains, and it really rejuvenates us. And he's speaking these words to give anger to Indra. And I was thinking about this morning. If you're a theological student, God is making his servant angry to reduce his pride. There's so many special teachings in that. That Krishna, God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he wants Indra to become angry. So he says we're going to worship Govardhan Hill. Get the Brahmanas. Chant Vedic hymns. Make a beautiful atmosphere when we're chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's a beautiful atmosphere because we're focused on the mantra instead of all the nonsense of the world. And we're dancing, and it's a beautiful atmosphere, chanting Vedic mantras. Get the cows, decorate the cows. Right? Some who've seen cows decorated in India. Beautiful, beautiful. Cows look so beautiful when they're properly decorated. And get everybody to make delicious foodstuffs like sweet rice, rabri, rasgulla, gulab jamans. Get them to make all types of different rices and dals, chapatis, all types of different foodstuffs. Place them before Govardhan Hill. And after everything's been offered to Govardhan Hill, feed the Brahmanas, feed the women, feed the elderly, feed all the children, feed even the low caste people, feed even the dogs. That's what Krishna says. But don't feed Indra. Don't give Indra anything. Give something to the dogs. Don't give anything to Indra. And Krishna's revealing through this pastime how everybody should be taken care of. Society, everybody is a member of the family of society. And being a family, we have to take care of each other, and there is a green Subaru Outback blocking driveway, temporary plates. Please be part of the family and take care of the Subaru. We don't want to cause distress to others. And so Nanda Maharaj, he said, actually, why don't we worship Govardhan Hill after we worship Lord Indra? Right? We have everything now to worship Lord Indra, so we'll make another sacrifice later on. Krishna said no. He really wanted to reduce the pride of Indra. And he also wants to show that kamais taister hitya gyanaha. No one has to go to the demigods for temporary results. Again, this goes back to taking shelter of temporary things in this world. Krishna wanted to show the entire world, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Krishna says, give up all types of religious activities, all types of spiritual dogmas, just surrender unto Krishna. And Ma Suchaha, do not fear, don't worry, he's going to protect you. He wants to make this very clear to us through this pastime. And so Nanda Maharaj said, okay, we'll just worship Govardhan Hill. And they did. They worshipped Govardhan Hill. They brought all types of foodstuffs. They took the cows and circumambulated the hill. It was a beautiful, joyous occasion. And as we see on top of the hill, some can see from the back, but there's Krishna on top of the hill. All of a sudden, while they were worshipping Krishna, worshipping Govardhan Hill, Krishna manifested a beautiful form on top of the hill to give faith to everyone that Govardhan Hill is actually Krishna. And going up on top of the hill, he started eating pounds and pounds of rice, pounds and pounds of sweet rice, and he was just eating everything right before everyone. And Krishna was still with everyone, the Brijbasis, the residents of Vrindavan. He bowed down to the deity of Govardhan Hill, and they all circumambulated Govardhan Hill. And he was eating everything. Actually, it says that the food was flying in his mouth like sparrows. He was sucking up all the food, creating faith that Govardhan Hill is Krishna. And then, while the deity on top of the hill was eating the foodstuff, what did he do? He would take his little pinky and wave it at Indra, foreboding wagging of the little pinky. And so they worshipped Govardhan Hill. Actually, they were taking thousands of lamps and dupe incense and worshipping Govardhan Hill. And it was a beautiful, beautiful atmosphere, a festival. Everybody was taking part. And then everybody ate the beautiful prasadam. And then Krishna said, now go dress your best. And dressing their best, they circumambulated the hill. And Indra saw all of this, and he was furious. Lord Indra was extremely angry. And so what did he do? He sent the Samvartaka clouds to Vrindavan. He was so disturbed. Why? Krishna wanted to destroy his pride, but then Indra, what did he say? In Srimad Bhagavatam it states, these cowherd people, they're very proud. They're taking shelter of Krishna, and they're not taking shelter of me. They're thinking that they can produce their own livelihood and not give gratitude to my reigns. Just see how proud they are. Atmavan manyate jagat. We see the world through our own mind. Indra's proud, and now he's calling out others for being proud. This is the nature of this world. We have certain faults within us, but we don't want to acknowledge the faults that are within us. Rather, we want to point at others. And we have 3 fingers pointing back at us, not recognizing our own faults. So, Atmavan manyate jagat. Lord Indra, he's calling these cowherd people proud, even though he's the one that's proud. And he sends the Samvartaka clouds, clouds that are used at the time of devastation. These clouds came over Govardhan Hill and Vrindavan, and they started pouring down columns of rain. It says one raindrop was the size of an elephant's trunk, and it was smashing down on Vrindavan. Then there was high winds. Then there was hail, and everybody was experiencing distress. Krishna automatically knew this is Indra. Cowherd people, they're feeling distress. Now, how is it Krishna's allowing them to feel distress? Isn't this cruel? But our teachers, they talk about hunger pains. Right? We all experience hunger pains. We're experiencing it right now. Walking around Govardhana Hill, we're like, oh, what's that over there? Oh, that's good. Right? Experiencing hunger pains, but what does hunger pains do? When one then eats, it gives even more pleasure. Right? When you're full and you try to eat, it's not very pleasurable. It's actually suffering. But Krishna, he was allowing Indra to cause a little bit of distress, just like hunger pains, so that there will be even more enjoyment later on. And so they run to Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Mahabhaga. Everybody can say that. Krishna, Krishna, Mahabhaga. Oh, fortunate Krishna, greatly fortunate Krishna, please protect us. The cows are suffering. The calves are suffering. There's hail, there's wind. What are we going to do? Please save us. And Krishna, he remembers. He made a vow to always protect his devotees. This is Krishna's vow. This is the month of Kartik, where we take different kinds of vratas, vows, right? Krishna's vrata always is to protect his loved ones. And Srila Prabhupada, in the purport to Jai Radha Madhava, there's a beautiful purport that Srila Prabhupada, 1970, I forget the exact month, in New York, he gives a purport to a beautiful song that we sing, Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadari. Srila Prabhupada says that if one becomes very dear to Krishna, Krishna will protect you no matter what. Even if he has to lift a hill, Govardhana, he'll protect you. Gopi Jana Vallabha. Srila Prabhupada says this movement is meant to become one of the Gopi Janas. And becoming one of the Gopi Janas, then Krishna will always protect you. And so Krishna, wanting to protect everyone in Vrindavan and reduce the pride of Indra, he went to Govardhana Hill, mountain, Parvat, and as just like a child picks up a mushroom very easily, he picked up Govardhana Hill and he placed it on his left hand pinky. And he encouraged everyone, please come under Govardhana Hill. It's just like an umbrella. And that's what we're all looking for in this material world, right? We're looking for a permanent umbrella. We saw with Hurricane Ian and so many hurricanes that have come before, that when a hurricane comes, what do? What do they tell you to do? Take shelter. Where are you supposed to take shelter when there's flood and your home is destroyed? Where is the real shelter in this world? Krishna's stating, just come under the umbrella of Govardhana Hill. Beautiful statement for all of us. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is saying, don't worry about anything, just stand under the umbrella of Govardhana Hill, and everything will be okay. All the residents of Vrindavan, they went underneath Govardhana Hill. The cows, the calves, everybody, they even brought their wagons. There was like a whole city underneath Govardhana Hill, and Krishna was standing, holding Govardhana Hill with his left pinky, Mother Yashoda and Mother Rohini. How is our little boy holding Govardhana Hill? He's perspiring. They tried wiping the perspiration from his brow and trying to feed him so many foodstuffs. And there was a whole festival happening underneath Govardhana Hill. There was a beautiful breeze, right? Air conditioning under Govardhana Hill. Nobody had to suffer lack of air conditioning. There was beautiful breeze. Everything was lit up by jewels, by crystals, sapphires, lapis lazuli. All types of gems were beautifying and lighting up under Govardhana Hill. Krishna and all the residents of Vrindavan. See? Festival time. Everybody, this is what they were like under Govardhana Hill. They were shouting and dancing and experiencing the topmost ecstasy for 7 days and 7 nights with Krishna. For 7 days and 7 nights, it rained lightning bolts, Samvartaka clouds. Indra was trying to destroy Vrindavan. And yet Govardhana Hill was protecting everyone. It's stated that because of touching the hand of Krishna, Govardhan expanded, and there were actually animals on top of Govardhana Hill, like deer, mice, birds, all types of animals. And what? They weren't affected at all by the rain because of Krishna touching Govardhana Hill. They were all safe. And so residents of Vrindavan are enjoying Indra. He's sitting on his throne, calls his servants. What has happened in Vrindavan? Is it destroyed yet? Please tell me it's been destroyed. Some of them said, actually, we don't know. We couldn't see properly, and then Indra said, okay, send even more winds. Send more winds. I want the place leveled. I want it completely destroyed. And so the servants come back and they tell Indra that actually not even a leaf has been disturbed on Govardhana Hill. Not even an ant has been harmed in all of Vrindavan. Indra said, what? Srila Prabhupada says something very beautiful. Indra, he's got the lightning bolt and he causes thunder. Once he realized that Krishna had protected Vrindavan, he was thunderstruck. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Indra was thunderstruck. What? Not even a leaf, not even an ant was harmed on Govardhan in Vrindavan? What to speak of all the residents underneath? They're experiencing the topmost ecstasy with Krishna. And right at this moment, there was a yaksha, a demoniac person, who was friends with Kamsa. Everybody knows who Kamsa is. He tried to kill Krishna through so many means, sending Putana, sending Trinavarta, Shakatasura, Bhakasura. So many demons and wizards were sent to kill Krishna because it was destined that Krishna would kill Kamsa. And so Kamsa, he sent a messenger to Indra that, oh Indra, thank you. We've been trying to kill Krishna and destroy Vrindavan, and now you're on our team. Now you're helping us. Kamsa sends his regards. And Indra just put his head down. I have sided with the enemy. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but due to pride, forgetting all gratitude, I became so puffed up that I tried to destroy Vrindavan. How could I have done this? And he tells the Yaksha, the demon messenger, go back to Kamsa. From this day forth, I'm going to do my best to defeat all of you. I'm going to surrender to Krishna. And Indra, it talks about how he went to his room. Nrinaya. He went to his room. But the Sanskrit teachers, they say the R can be replaced with an L. And so room becomes Nirlaya, hell. Indra created a hell for himself. He was suffering, right? He has eyes all over his body. He was crying from each eye, and he created his own hell. Srila Jiva Goswami gives a beautiful description of how Indra, through thunderbolts, through rains, tried to give suffering to others. But in trying to give suffering to others, you create your own hell. That is what hell is actually all about. When you give suffering to others, you invert into yourself and create your own hell. And Indra, he couldn't believe what he had done. And so he was suffering and crying and weeping, so disturbed. So, Indra, all the clouds went away. Krishna, he brought everyone out from underneath the hill, and he placed the hill back very slowly and gently where he had picked Govardhana up. And Govardhan is the ultimate shelter of everyone in Vrindavan. Actually, it's stated that due to separation from Krishna, Govardhan is being reduced every day by a mustard seed or a sesame seed. And some scientists in our movement, they actually did the math, and they actually found that this is actually true. Taking measurements from Govardhan Hill years and years and years ago, and now to today, it's actually shrinking a mustard seed or sesame seed every day. And the Shastras state, we're in Kali Yuga, the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. But the Shastra says as long as Jamuna is flowing and as long as Govardhan Hill is still there, the full effects of Kali Yuga cannot take place. Govardhan will be with us for another 10,000 years. The golden age of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. So Krishna put Govardhan Hill, and everybody was talking. Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill, our little boy. How is this possible? Mother Yashoda and some others were saying, actually, I think Nanda Maharaj and the other cowherd men, they were holding up the hill. But the cowherd men knew the truth, right? They tried during the 7 days. They had their cowherd sticks up thinking, oh, we're helping Krishna lift Govardhan Hill. And Krishna, he let them feel the weight of Govardhan. And, okay, actually, we're not doing anything here. It's all Krishna. So they're speaking so beautifully about Krishna. And Indra, during this time, he goes to Brahma, who he's the guardian of this universe. And he goes to Brahma and he says, how can I make it up to Krishna? What should I do? So Brahma, he says, you tried to kill everyone in Vrindavan. You tried to kill the cows, the calves. Krishna is very pleased when you please the cows. So you should go to Surabhi, the goddess of all the cows. And you should take Surabhi with you, and you should give pleasure to the cows. And Brahma, he quotes a verse saying, how do you give pleasure to the cows? You feed them, you tickle them, you brush them. And by giving pleasure to the cows, you give pleasure to Krishna. So he went before Krishna with Surabhi in the front, and he bowed down to Krishna. And Krishna started speaking to Indra about how Indra and the demigods, they're in the mode of goodness. False pride should never enter the heart of one who's living a healthy and good lifestyle. We should always have a mood of gratitude. But somehow this pride entered the heart of Indra. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, a great teacher in Bhakti Yoga, says that when there's pride within the heart, love of God can never enter. Pratishta. Pratishta is like a mad woman dancing flagrantly in the heart, keeping pure devotion out. So if we want pure love of God, we have to take Indra and his great example here into our heart to never be proud. Actually, Krishna, if we have any type of ability, any type of greatness, it's all due to Krishna's mercy. Beautiful mercies of God. And so Indra performs the great arati of Krishna. All the demigods come and they bathe Krishna in Surabhi's milk. Airavata, Indra's elephant, who has 6 tusks and 3 trunks, just sprays all types of different types of liquids on Krishna. And Indra, he declares that just as Indra, right, it means controller of the managing the universal affairs. So Krishna should be the Indra of the cows, Indra of the goats. So Govinda. Everyone say Govinda.
Govinda
Means protector of the cows, one who nourishes the cows. But also, go can mean senses. Krishna's the one who really nourishes our senses. So taking shelter of Krishna consciousness, We're about to partake of prasadam, smell the beautiful incense, we see the deities. All of our senses actually can be nourished by Govinda. So this pastime always goes back to protection and surrender. There's a beautiful verse in 11th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. Devar Shibutapta Nirnam Putrinam Na. I thought you were going to go with me. That Bhutapta, Deva, Rishi, Bhuta, Apta, so family and friends, the mankind itself, the society, and the devas. 7 things that we take shelter of in this world. But it says that the third line, help me Nagar Kirtan, Sharanam Sharanyam, that one who takes Sarvatmana, Ya Sharanam Sharanyam, one who takes full shelter, Sharanam Sharanam. Sharan means shelter, surrender. So one who Sarva Atmana, Atmana means the self, Sarva, fully surrender yourself to Mukunda. You're not in debt to any of these 7 things of this world that we take shelter of. So for 7 days, 7 nights, Krishna's 7 years old, he's telling us, don't take shelter of these 7 things of this world. Just take shelter of Krishna. Right? We have the 5G network that everybody talks about. Guru, Gauranga, Gandharvika, Giridhari, Govardhan. That's our 5G network. If anybody asks. So, say with me. Guru, Gauranga, Gandharvika, is another name of Radharani. Giridhari, who is Krishna, the lifter of Govardhan Hill, and Govardhan Hill itself. These are 5 protectors giving us complete coverage no matter where we go. We completely covered by Govardhan Hill. We have no worries. So now we'll have kirtan, and with a heart of gratitude and humility, we'll circumambulate Govardhan Hill, remembering that Krishna's always going to protect us from our pride, protect us from the things of this world that will create debt and destruction. And using Indra's example to take full shelter, the residents of Vrindavan, they didn't take shelter of anyone but Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Govardhana Puja ki jai. Vanchakalpa Turbhyascha Kripa Sindhubhi Vacha Patitanam Pavanegyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Giriraj Govardhan ki jai.
Hare